Hi everyone, this is your optional lesson about angles. We said in the last lesson, we just showed you how to round an angle off just to the nearest degree, but sometimes it's interesting to be a little bit more particular about how you tell someone the angle of something. So this is just a bit of a bonus. So we know that in a full revolution, there is 360 degrees all the way around. And sometimes we can measure just part of that angle. So for example, in this second triangle here, I've measured this angle to be 45.5 degrees, 45.5 degrees. So what happens when we don't have a whole degree, we have a part of a degree? What I'm going to do is get you to imagine that I slice out 1 degree from here. So that's going to be fairly small. And I'm going to kind of put a magnifying glass on it, and I'm going to bring it out here and magnify it. So this is 1 degree. Now what I want you to do is to imagine that I'm going to break that up into 60 sections. So I'm not breaking it up into 10 or 100, I'm breaking it up into 60 bits, and we call those minutes. So there is 60 minutes in 1 degree. It's a little bit like having 60 minutes in 1 hour. Now I want you to imagine that I take 1 minute and I put my magnifying glass on it again, and I bring out my 1 minute, I magnify it, and I can break that down into, you'll never believe it, 60 seconds. Now I've put the wrong thing over here. 60, there's no label there, it's just 60 minutes. There is a label for it, but it's not that degree symbol. So this is our 1 degree in here, broken down into 60 minutes, and we can break our minutes down into 60 seconds. Now on your calculator, you'll see minutes with a little apostrophe after them, and 60 seconds has 2 apostrophes after it. So they're the symbols you're looking for on your calculator. All right, so now that we know we can break degrees down into minutes and seconds, and noticing that there's 60 minutes in a degree and 60 seconds in 1 minute, and that's easy to remember because it's just like time. Let's have a closer look at our angle here of 45.5 degrees. Now I think you'll agree that 0.5 or a half of a degree must be half of this. So we can write 45.5 degrees can be written as 45 degrees and 30 minutes, because half of 60 is 30. Okay. Now it's exactly 45.5, so there's no seconds, it's 45 degrees 30 seconds, so I could have put 0 seconds, but 45 degrees 30 minutes is absolutely fine. So say I had another angle in here, and I knew that this angle was 10.25 degrees, so I'm just estimating now, 10.25 degrees. Now 0.25, 10.25, 0.25 is fairly commonly known as a quarter, so we can write it as, written as 10 degrees and 15 minutes, because there's 15 minutes, a quarter of 60 is 15, or 15 minutes in a quarter of an hour. And again, you can put 0 seconds if you like, or you can just write it as 10 degrees, 15 minutes. Now that's all fine, but what if I measure another angle now, and I say I've measured this angle to be 30.315 degrees. That's not quite as easy because we don't know off the top of our heads what 0.315 of a minute is. Well, we could do 0.315 of 60 and get our answer, but let's see if the calculator can help out here, because it definitely can. Let's say you've got this green calculator. Now, if you don't have this green calculator, your calculator probably still does this. It's just a matter of finding a button. It may look something like, sometimes the calculators have got a little button that actually looks like degrees, minutes, seconds, or something that says DMS on it, for degrees, minutes and seconds. But your green calculator, which most of you have got, has your instructions are going to look like this. Okay, so let's say that we want to put 30, you'll type in 30.315, and you may need to press enter because that we're saying that was the answer to our question. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to change that into an angle with degrees, minutes and seconds. So we're going to press our second button, and then this one here where you can see the word angle. So we're going to press second, angle, which is above the PRB key. And then it's going to give us a whole bunch of numbers, and you have to scroll down, so use your down arrow until you get to this one here that says number 6 DMS. In fact, it's got a little arrow. It's saying whatever's on your screen, you want to put that into degrees, minutes and seconds. So you'll press enter, and I think you need to press enter one more time, and you'll get something on your screen that looks like this. You'll get 30 degrees, 18 minutes and 54 seconds. So if we were to round that off to the nearest minute, that would be 30 degrees. Well, is it going to be 18 minutes or 19 minutes? Let's have a closer look at this number here. These are our seconds. We know that there's 60 seconds in a minute. So as soon as this number here is 30 or higher, we're going to have to round up to the next minute. So this would be 30 degrees and 19 minutes to the nearest minute. And looking again at this number here, 19 minutes. Well, we're not going to round up unless this number's 30 or more. So this would be just 30 degrees to the nearest degree. If we wanted our answer to the nearest degree, we could have done that right from the start. We could have just looked at this and said, well, that's closer to 30 than to 31, so it's 30 degrees to the nearest minute. So if you ever see a question that says, give your answer to the nearest minute, this is what they're asking you to do. So below I've just got 2 questions where we might practice that. So this follows on from our video where we were finding our missing angle. So I'll just quickly draw us 2 triangles. Start us on our way. Hopefully it's going to turn into a nice triangle. Good. And I'll draw another one here. Fantastic. Let's say in this first one, we know that this distance here is 29, this distance is 14, and this angle's theta. Now I could put meters on there or centimeters, but we know we're finding an angle and our answer is going to be in degrees anyway. We're going to label our sides. This is the adjacent, this is the opposite. We'll definitely need our SOHCAHTOA, as we do in nearly every trigonometry question. So we've got definitely going to be tan question, because we've got O and A. So we'll say tan of theta equals 14 on 29. Theta equals tan to the minus 1, 14 over 29. End up with theta equals 25 degrees, 46 minutes, 9.58 seconds, which is, well, this number here is less than 30, so it's going to be 25 degrees, 46 minutes to the nearest minute. Now you might like to try the next one by yourself, but you need something to find. So let's say we'll find that angle. I'll tell you that that's 12. I'll tell you that that's 15. So pause and try that one, and then come back and I'll go through the answer with you. So I decided that this one was a sine question because I was given the opposite side and the hypotenuse. So I said to myself, it's a sine question. So sine of theta is equal to the opposite, which was 12, over the hypotenuse, it was 15. So theta equals sine to the minus 1, 12 over 15. the calculator didn't come straight up with the answer. It came up with 53 point something or other. But then I did these instructions where I'm doing the second, those instructions I had up there. So we're doing second angle, scrolling down to number 6 DMS and pressing enter a couple of times. And I've ended up with 53 degrees, 7 minutes and 48 seconds. If I wanted this to the nearest minute, I'd check out this number here. It's over 30, so 30 or over, we're going to round up. We're going to put our answer here as 53 degrees and 8 minutes to the nearest minute. That's a bit of a bonus. It's really good to know that about trigonometry and angles, because rounding off to the nearest degree sometimes just is not quite accurate enough. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye.